Let's talk about something nobody wants to say out loud. Some of the most magnetic, intoxicating, and hard to walk away from women you've ever met are also the most emotionally damaged. They're not healthy. They're not stable. They're not good for your peace, but for some reason, you can't stop thinking about them. You can't stop wanting them. You can't walk away, even when you know you should. Why? What is it about women with emotional scars, with broken trust, with deep-seated wounds, that makes them so dangerously addictive? Today, we're breaking it all down through the lens of female psychology, stoic masculine insight, and emotional game theory. This is the cold truth you won't hear from dating coaches or therapists, because once you understand it, really see, you stop being their victim and start reclaiming your emotional control. Let's go deep. Part 1. The emotional roulette effect first. Understand this. Emotionally damaged women create chaos, not because they're evil, not because they're trying to hurt you, but because their nervous system is wired for inconsistency, for highs and lows, for push and pull, for roller coasters, not stability. And what happens when a man, especially a good man, gets caught in that cycle? He starts chasing her validation, the same way an addict chases a high. One moment, she's affectionate. The next, she's cold. One day, she opens up. The idea, next she disappears, and your brain? It hooks onto the uncertainty. Psychologists call it intermittent reinforcement. It's the most powerful form of emotional conditioning. It's the same trick slot machines use in Vegas, and it's why you can't stop thinking about her, even when she treats you like shitty. This isn't love, it's emotional gambling, and every time you get a hit of her attention, your brain lights up, like a drug. Part 2. She mirrors your darkness. Here's where it gets deeper. Emotionally damaged women don't just pull you in with inconsistency. They also mirror parts of you, especially the ones you haven't faced. You're calm. She's chaotic, you're strong, she's broken. But somehow, she gets you. She sees through your armor. She picks up on the pain behind your silence. She knows the things you don't talk about, because she's lived it too. And suddenly being with her feels like being understood in a way the healthy girls never made you feel. That's the trap. You confuse trauma bonding with love. You mistake mutual dysfunction for deep connection. Stoic insight. Just because someone understands your pain doesn't mean they're good for your peace. Part 3. Her chaos feeds your ego. You want to know a dark truth most men never admit? Some of you are attracted to her brokenness because it gives you a role. It makes you feel needed, wanted, powerful. You become the healer, the one who can finally save her, the only one who can break through her walls, and when she breaks down and cries in your arms or tells you, "You're the only man who's ever made me feel safe," your ego inflates, you feel chosen. But here's the kicker. You're not special, you're just useful in her chaos. When a man is deeply insecure or emotionally uncentered, he'll take that savior role and confuse it with intimacy. That's not love. That's codependency, and it will drain you dry. Part 4. She triggers your inner boy. Now we're really cutting deep. You ever wonder why she feels familiar? Why the drama feels normal? Why the pain feels weirdly comforting? Because damaged women often trigger the wounds of your inner boy. If you grew up with unavailable love, hot and cold affection, emotional manipulation, conditional approval, then her chaos feels like home. You subconsciously chase her, hoping that if you can just win her love, you'll finally heal what your mother, or your first love, never gave you. This is not about her. This is about you reenacting your unresolved wounds. And guess what? No woman, not even a healthy one, can fix what you refuse to confront in yourself. That's your job. That's where Stoicism comes in. Part 5. She rewards weakness, then punishes strength. One of the most destructive traits of emotionally damaged women, they often punish consistency and reward emotional chaos. Be emotionally grounded? She calls you cold, set a boundary, She says you're controlling, pull back. She begs for closeness. Get close again. She pushes you away. It's constant reversal. And if you're not grounded, if you don't have inner clarity, you start to question your own masculinity. You become reactive, timid, afraid to lead, afraid to walk away. And the second you slip into uncertainty, guess what? She controls you, and now you're no longer a stoic man, you're her puppet. Part 6. You mistake intensity for intimacy. Here's a harsh truth. Intensity isn't the same as intimacy, but emotionally damaged women excel at intensity. The late night, vulnerability dumps, the passionate arguments, the wild sex, the crying and clinging and chaos. It feels like a movie. It feels deep. It feels real. But what you're experiencing isn't closeness. It's a form of emotional survival. Because deep down, she's terrified of being alone, and you're terrified of being unwanted. You both cling to each other like lifeboats in a storm, but neither of you knows how to swim. That's not love. That's trauma dancing. Part 7. Stoic Truth. Why you must walk away. So what's the Stoic answer? It's not to hate her. It's not to shame her. It's to recognize the truth without emotion clouding your judgment. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Emotionally, damaged women, they are not your responsibility. They are not projects. They are not tests you need to pass. They are just people, carrying their own pain, their own storms. And unless you want to drown in them, you must stay grounded in your principles. Not every connection is meant to be kept. Some are meant to wake you up, to show you where you're still bleeding, to test your ability to stay centered when chaos tempts you with passion. A stoic man does not run from beauty, but he refuses to be enslaved by it. If you've ever been addicted to a woman who wasn't good for you, you're not weak, you're just human. But that addiction, it's a sign, a signal that there's still a part of you seeking healing through chaos. And until you face that part with brutal honesty, you'll keep attracting brokenness and calling it chemistry. Here's your wake-up call. Just because she's magnetic doesn't mean she's good for your soul. Just because she understands you doesn't mean she respects you. Just because she's intense doesn't mean she's capable of love. Stop letting chaos feel like home. Start choosing peace, clarity, direction. That's stoic masculinity. That's how you break free. Let her chase her demons. You chase your mission. And when the next emotionally damaged woman walks into your life looking like temptation, you'll smile. You'll see her clearly, and you'll walk away with your power still intact.